today about to be reacting to. This does not look good for Gen Z. Hey man, I feel like we getting hooks left and right and up and down and jabbed all since I got grown. Since I turned 18, life has been going downhill. That's why they say enjoy your youth while you can. But let's see what they talking about.
So in the last video I made about this subject, I went through a lot of the fears that I feel like are defining Gen Z right now, and the response was a lot of people saying that there's way more to cover. The thing about our generation is that every time you think you've actually mapped out why things feel so off, you end up just finding another layer underneath it. So this is part 2, let's get into it. If you guys enjoy and or are new here, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And let's get into it by starting off with the first thing I want to discuss, which is mental health in Gen Z. I want to be specific about this because
Mental health, I feel like mental health is what you make it because everybody has their own personal their own personal conflicts with themselves. Whether they got problems with how they look or what they're doing with their life at the moment. But you can solve that. You got to put time and effort into it. And don't beat yourself up about it. A lot of people like to use mental health as an excuse to why they can't get to where they want to be, and that's why they will forever be stuck because they're not trying to make change in their life. I see it though. I
this
ain't trying to preach or
conversation
nothing.
usually goes sideways fast, and I'm not the kind of person who likes to blame everything on mental health issues. I do think a lot of those people do need to grow up, but Gen Z is statistically the most mentally unwell generation on record. That is not an exaggeration either. The rates of anxiety, depression, and psychological distress in people under 30 have been climbing steadily for over a decade, and they accelerated hard after 2020. COVID fucked a lot
Say
of
what
us
you want, bro. I feel like life is harder now than what it was back then. Nigga, you can go get a whole meal for $1.50, $1.50, damn near. Inflation fucked everything up. That's how I see it though. Then I don't like when older people try to look at the younger generation and say you're lazy, try harder. But y'all don't know what it's like. Y'all was paying $500 for rent. Y'all do not know what it was like, bro, or what it's like now.
Like us Zoomers, around 42% of us are reporting being diagnosed with a mental health condition, which is significantly higher than any previous generation at the same age. Now, it's definitely a two-sided coin because as a Gen Zer, I can tell you right now, there are people around my age and in my generation who like having the diagnosis of depression, anxiety, ADHD, etc. because those labels give them an excuse to behave a certain way. I think
Yeah. They like it's weird. They want. I feel like a lot of people want attention. I'm not saying that depression is fake or nothing, but a lot of people want attention. I was definitely depressed once upon a time in my life, but I pulled myself out that hole. And I started by listening to different music. Like I mentioned before, I listened to a lot of X, Peep, and Juice World because that's what I was relating to at the time. But I start stepping away from that and looking at life in a different vision, like in a different way. Life been great ever since then, man.
for every one person who's like that, there's probably 3 to 5 people who have a serious condition due to the fact that the circumstances they're living under are dog shit. The modern world literally breeds mental illness in Gen Zers. In order to be alive, to be a socially functional person, you have to be addicted to social media. How fucking weird.
Hey, yo, welcome to the broke side of YouTube where we get ads. Now, eventually, I'm about to be monetized real soon.
I built this
So stay
website in
down till
5
we
minutes
come
with
up.
Wix Harmony.
Trust.
So I came across this
You'll have
image
to sooner
recently
than
and
you
thought
think,
to
I
myself, what if I
promise.
built an
Let's
entire
get straight
brand
to
around
it.
Weirdly paradoxical and counterproductive is that? Like, you're the outcast for not knowing random shit that's happening all the time on the internet and staying up late into the AM scrolling on your phone. And I have no clue how the circumstances that are breeding mental illness in Gen Z are gonna change anytime soon. Because the internet, technology, social media, all these things that contribute to depression, anxiety, etc. are not becoming less prevalent in society. And if you think they're going anywhere anytime soon, you're high on crack. It's also very sad how things that improve people's mental health are demonized. I know a kid who was recently called a LARPer for going to the gym and eating healthy. Like, what? That's just living a good lifestyle. It's
Trying to. That's another thing, bro. Hate is so prevalent in this generation, bro. People see you trying to do better for your life and they hate. Like, look at this nigga trying to do better. He trying to eat good. He trying to look better. He trying to go to work so he can get more money. Look at dude your hating ass up, man. Come on, bro. We
Ridiculous.
talking
I
about here.
also feel like friendships kind of suck now too, which is something I want to get into. Be a good friend to your friends. That's it. You should help your friend out when he's going through a hard time because that's the
Bro,
right thing to do. Labor. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Or like cutting people off because they're quote toxic. Like, okay, but when you define toxic as any behavior that makes you feel the slightest crumb of inconvenience or discomfort, then you really aren't gonna have any friends. A friendship has highs and lows. It's not like a completely static thing the entire time. People just kind of expect that like a friendship is literally all sunshine and rainbows. Like you're literally supposed to hate your friends.
you know, I feel like I don't know what this nigga got going on, but with friendships, I feel like not on no like no foo stuff, like no fruity stuff. But it's like I feel like friendships are kind of like relationships. It is a relationship. Like you got relationships with different people. Like you have connections with different people. And if you think that you just about to be monotonous the whole time, always good. My sister text me. I'm gonna text her back on my phone. If you think you always about to be good, no argument, no disagreement, then y'all not friends. That's that just mean that y'all both just telling each other what y'all want to hear. That is not a friendship. That is an acquaintance that you're dealing with at the moment. That's how I see it though.
Point, okay?
Excuse
Especially
me.
with modern male friendships. Like, why would you ever care at all what the optics of how you're speaking with your friends is? I feel like I see guys now talking with their friends in a way where you can tell they're like expecting the screenshot of their conversation to go viral and be judged by the whole internet. So they're not speaking their mind or like saying shit that they think is
See,
funny or
you
like
shouldn't surround yourself around people like that. That's LARPing right there,
they
boy.
want to share. But you should trust your friend, and your friend should trust you to the point where you both have shit that if the other person screenshotted and posted, it would ruin their life. If you don't have that kind of dirt on each other, then what's even the point? You clearly have no trust. It's that simple. Trust your friends, be nice to your friends. I don't know why Gen Z has a lack of
Let me turn
this.
this
And this
down
is
real
not
quick.
something I have a study to support.
Forgot
This
the
is just
censor keep
anecdotal
me
stuff
about
that I've seen as like a Gen Zer. I know a lot of people, and I've grown up in this generation, so I'm just reporting my findings, I guess. So this next section kind of is related to the friendship part, but I want to talk about parasocial relationships. In case you need the definition, a parasocial relationship is a one-sided emotional friendship, or I guess you can call it bond, with someone who doesn't know you exist. In the past, this was not that crazy. You had like a favorite band or like a TV character you liked, but what's happening now has scaled up in a way that's actually replacing real friendships for a lot of people. Think about what it actually looks like. You can spend 12 hours a day with a streamer. You hear their voice, you learn their opinions, you watch them react to things in real time. It genuinely registers in your brain as spending time with someone. There's real research on this. Your nervous system processes it as a connection because it uses the same pathways, and it gives you everything that feels good about being around a person without any of the vulnerability or unpredictability that a real relationship requires. And I get it, like a real relationship is hard. People disappoint you, people are inconsistent, and they'll ask things of you when you don't feel like showing up. But a parasocial relationship gives you the emotional return without any of the cost. Of course, that's appealing, especially to a generation that's already obnoxious and burnt out, but what it
I feel like there are a lot of parasocial people out here, but I'm fans of the people that I watch because they entertain me in a way or we just think similar. But they just cool as hell, cool as vibe. Like that's somebody that I would see myself hanging with. From Astro Dior to Fly Reacts to Don to Bruce Drop 'em off. They're entertaining. I look at it as a way to pass time by fast because I watch a lot of YouTube at work, or I listen to a lot of YouTube at work. You know, I'll try to watch it when I can, but y'all get what I'm saying, bro.
really does is train your baseline instincts as a human. Your brain starts to expect this as normal, and then when a real friendship or relationship requires actual effort, that friction feels exceptionally hard in comparison. There are people who genuinely feel more emotionally connected
But
to a
let me ask
creator.
y'all this: how do you make a new friend? Because me personally, I'm not really too keen on friendships. I'm cool with the same three, four people that I've been cool with since high school, some since middle school, and it's like just because the simple fact I've tried to open up before and I've tried to trust people just for people to slam that trust in my face, backstab me, slander me, all that extra. Like, how do you continue to try to trust people? It gets to a point. It's like this. If you, how did, give me a second, give me a second. They say you're insane if you do if you keep on attempting something. Hold on. They say is it's a sign of insanity if you keep on failing and keep on trying the same way, the same method. So my thing is, I don't really need nobody to have fun or talk to unless I got those 3 4 people I talk to or my fiance. Hell, even my 2 year old daughter. I don't or my mama. Pretty much got everybody I need. So I'm not really open to new friendships. Just cause the simple fact people are evil. People are cutthroat, conniving. You don't under Man, that's a video for another day.
Followed for like 2 years than anyone in their physical life. And then what happens when that streamer takes a break or goes on vacation, these people like grieve it, not ironically. Like they'll count down the days that they've been gone.
It's been 84 years.
The market has obviously figured this out. Like this entire economy is now built around selling you the feeling of being cared about. You got like OnlyFans and girlfriend experience content.
Nah, paying for this thing, OnlyFans, is fucking crazy. Paying for anime OnlyFans. I need to learn how to program some shit. I throw something
Stan communities with K-poppers, streamers who do this shit on purpose, like they'll capitalize off of it because
Like,
it sells.
what is
K-poppers,
this?
streamers who do this
Like,
shit
they
on
just sitting-
purpose, like they'll
If you know somebody that's watching this, bro, they need a hard reset. They just need a hard reset. You know what I'm saying? They just need to go see the Lord and donate their organs to somebody that's actually gonna use it. Cause what is this, bro?
capitalize off of it because it sells very well. I don't think most people consciously realize while it's happening to them, and that's just what makes it hard to like opt out of. This one I noticed myself, and it's actually uncomfortable to talk about. It's Gen Z's ability to sustain attention, and it's just getting worse. Short form video accelerated this hard, but when Vine came out, we got like a sneak peek, but they released it too early, canceled it for years, and then it came back 10 times as hard with TikTok, Reels, Shorts. I feel like the
Man, what y'all know about Vine, bro? I used to love Vine. Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the yeah. What y'all know about Vine, bro? Y'all don't know about that Vine.
creator of
I sound
TikTok
old,
is
don't I? I sound old as hell.
the Antichrist. Like, imagine explaining to Jesus Christ that with the swipe of a finger, we can be hand-delivered a stimulation hit every 15 to 30 seconds. Now, I don't think anyone realized this.
Y'all got
Hey,
denim?
yo,
Hold
to the
on.
bros out
On
of
the
YouTube,
website,
where
y'all,
we get
ain't no
ads.
way. You
Bitch,
guys
gonna
are a
get
print
my
on
time,
demand
but
company.
until
Come on
then,
now.
vibe out.
The severity of this product at first, but after 5 to 10 years, your baseline for what consuming content should feel like is completely nuked. Everything else starts to register as slow. Like this video you're watching, a 10-minute YouTube video, probably feels long. And forget how this affects people in school, no one's even paying attention. It's sad because I think people are somewhat
I
giving
didn't
up
really
on their
believe this until I to my little sister, bro. My little sister attention span is fried, cooked. And it's like she always coming at me with these new terms, these new little TikTok terms, making me feel old. Nigga, I'm only 22. Coming at me with all these new TikTok terms. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Then her ability to not hold a conversation, or she can't watch a movie because she says it's too long. She can't watch a 2 minute video. It's too long. I'm like, come on, Julia, bro. Come on, bro.
cognitive
I love my
capability
sister,
without
though.
even realizing it. It's kind of like giving up on your diet and only eating McDonald's whenever the only way you consume social media or content is through scrolling shorts or TikTok. One slightly positive thing, depending on how you interpret it, is that Gen Z is one of the most politically aware generations, at least by the metric of how much political content we consume. I truly believe that Gen Z will save the world after the boomers basically let foreign influence destroy it from within. It's pretty funny though, ironically, voter turnout among young people is chronically low, despite Gen Z being extremely politically vocal online. I think part of that gap is this feeling that the system produces outcomes for people who aren't us, regardless of what
Our seniors should not pay property taxes. I mean, I feel like nobody should pay property taxes, but that's a story for another day. Mm.
we do. That's not a crazy conclusion to reach if you're paying attention. Gen Z is the type of generation that won't turn out to vote in the elections because nothing matters, but will somehow end up seizing dictatorial power to save humanity. Politics are kind of cancerous though. Like the volume of political content that hits Gen Z feed in like a given day is not something
Yeah,
human
I'm cool. There's so much propaganda. Oh, shit, my hat just disappeared. It's so much propaganda and so many lies being pushed throughout the media. It's to the point where it's like, bro, I don't really care. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm gonna do my own research. on my own time. Like, look, I'm not trying to get too political on y'all, but look at this whole Donald Trump situation. Nigga said Hillary Clinton. She's not Hillary Clinton. Who was he just running against? Kamala Harris. My bad. That was a year ago or 4 years ago, rather. Kamala Harris. She's going to start new wars. She's going to raise gas prices. She's going to make living hard in America. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the total opposite. Peace for America. Now we at war with Iran. Now gas prices have skyrocketed. Now living fucking sucks. It's so fucking expensive. I'm not getting too political with y'all, but bro, it's
Psychology was
stupid, bro.
designed.
They gonna tell you whatever you want to hear. It's broad day pimping, I like to call it. Pimps tell they hoes whatever they want to hear, just so they can get what they want out of them. Straight like that,
A
bro.
process.
Don't
You're
let that go
supposed to
over your head.
maintain emotional investment in a new crisis every 48 hours, a new thing collapsing, a new thing to be angry about, a new thing that's apparently the most important thing happening right now. At some point, your brain stops being able to
Make
hold
sure this
all of it
mic
and just
not
goes
echoing.
numb. So you end up with a generation that is simultaneously loud about politics online and increasingly disconnected from actual civic participation. Last but not least, I think Gen Z is struggling heavily with purpose. I'm talking about things that traditionally gave people a sense that their life was going somewhere and have either become inaccessible or no longer exist in our society. The attendance of church among people under 30 is historically low.
Church is a scam. I don't care what nobody say. Argue with your mama about it, bro. Church is a scam. The same thing with politics. I feel like I respect everybody in their religion and what they believe in. That's how I see it. But I don't like when people try to push what you believe onto me because it's like, okay, I'm respecting you, so why not respect me? I feel disrespected now. I believe in God in my own way, and I have my own connection with God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit. I have my own connection with God. Don't try to push your religion and your beliefs onto me because you live your life a certain type of way. Who are you to say if you live like this, you stop doing that, you stop doing this, you're going to go to heaven or you're going to have everlasting life? Where's the proof in that? You don't know what happened after death. I'm not saying that there's no heaven or hell, but it's like, keep your opinions to yourself. I will see if I'm just saying, F this religion, F that religion. No, I'm not. You live your life the way you're going to live your life. I'm going to live mine the way I live mine. Straight like that, bro.
Organizations are down and
And
stable
the church
career build.
bro. It's a scam, bro. They just getting money out of you for no reason. Why do we have to pay to go? Why do we have to pay tithes to go to church? So we paying God for giving us a word from the pastor. What? No, we paying the pastor so he can get the money to God, so he can continue to give us the word of God. When you can go pick up a Bible and read it yourself, or go on YouTube and listen to a video yourself. Right? Okay.
Isn't really a thing anymore. Like, the most successful friend I have, I know, works
I'm doing a lot
doing
of
like
yapping.
door-to-door sales. And I'm not shaming that, right? But we can mostly admit that's not like the most ideal thing to do for your job. I'm willing to bet that this definitely has impacted the birth rate to some extent. Like, obviously less people are having children. And while most of that is economic, like it's so hard to make money and like live a prosperous life, you would still do it even if you were broke, if you felt like it was worth doing, like if you had a greater purpose. But that just doesn't exist, I feel like. I talked a little bit about this in my last video. Relationships and starting a family are being put on the back burner for a lot of us, and the social infrastructure that used to fill in these gaps, like hanging out with your neighbors or your local community or going to church, most of this just doesn't exist in the way that it used to. What fills the space now is content, like algorithmically curated media. Your entire social life is conducted through a screen. Now, I mean, listen, for me, it makes my life easier. I get to be a YouTuber, which is cool, but for the
Man, look at this nigga editing panel. Oh
now,
my
I mean, listen,
gosh.
for me, it makes my
Just for this, y'all gotta go like the video. Y'all don't understand how much time and effort it takes to edit a video like this. You gotta go find clips like, go like this video, y'all. Go like the video. Hold on. Like the video, bro. All that effort, bro. All that effort. Y'all just don't understand how much it is to record a video and edit a video. He gotta put the voiceover over the video. Oh my god. I'm just yapping.
Easier,
Bro.
I get to be a YouTuber, which is cool. But for the love of God, like, please go out there and find some meaning in your life. It feels like everyone is just waiting for real life to start. Like, you're in the waiting room and the actual thing is coming later. And don't get me wrong, some of that is universal to being young, but it's still important to be around your family and build meaning in your life. Anyways, that's part 2, and look, I know this got heavy in places. That's just kind of unavoidable.
But no, I said what I said, and y'all heard what I said. So I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.